Trump at Alligator Alcatraz. The joke was on human suffering. Welcome to Burden of History, where truth isn't just told, it's restored. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for returning. Today's story is one that should unsettle all of us. It's been dubbed Alligator Alcatraz, a remote, heavily secured ice facility in Florida, built near swamps infested with gators. Out of sight, out of reach, out of empathy. Over the years, it's been the subject of complaints. Overcrowding, medical neglect, excessive use of force, psychological harm. It's a place where hope goes to die. And this week, Donald Trump arrived. Not to apologize, not to reform, not to mourn, but to gloat, to smile, to perform with the swagger of a man who never cared about consequences. Trump made light of the facility's reputation, joking, "Maybe we don't need a wall, just throw them to the gators." He said this out loud on camera about human beings. Does he know when to stop speaking? To pause, to consider the weight of his words? Because nearly every time Donald Trump opens his mouth, his true character, cruel, arrogant, performative, leaks through. It would probably be best if he said nothing at all, but silence is not in his nature. He needs the spotlight, the microphone, the chaos. And in that noise, his values or lack thereof become clear. The pattern of cruelty. This isn't new, it's a pattern. Remember when he mocked a disabled journalist? When he told women of color in Congress to go back to where they came from? When he called Haiti, El Salvador, and African nations shithole countries? Remember the Muslim ban? The family separations? The toddlers in cages with foil blankets? Cruelty isn't a byproduct. It is the product. The man-child in chief. Donald Trump is not a strong man. He is a man-child governed by impulse, ego, and pettiness. History may one day study him not as a leader, but as a cautionary tale of what happens when a nation mistakes showmanship for statesmanship. We elected a man who brags about grabbing women, lies without blinking, and treats suffering like a punchline. The bigger question, how did this happen? And that raises the question, how did this become the face of American leadership? How did one of the world's most powerful nations choose someone so incapable of empathy, so allergic to accountability, so hollow? What does it say about us? The facility remains. The Alligator Alcatraz is still operating. People are still locked inside. Families are still torn apart. But the cameras have left. The jokes were made. The headlines moved on. Only the pain remains. Message to the viewer. America doesn't need more cruelty masked as policy. It doesn't need another showman in a red cap. It needs leaders who understand that real power isn't measured in how loudly you speak, but in how deeply you care. Call to action. If you're tired of cruelty being normalized, of injustice being brushed off as just politics, then Burden of History is for you. Subscribe. Share. Speak up. Because silence protects the powerful. But truth will always serve the people.